obviously Chennai Super Kings. This is a team which I love to hate. I've been a Mumbai fan all along. If I start on like Chennai, I think one of the things is it reminds you of like a little bit of a dad's army. You've got guys like Dhoni, who is retired from international cricket a long time ago. While he's very fit, are his reflexes of power hitting as good? You have a couple of older all-rounders like Dwayne Bravo. Then you have Uthappa as a wicketkeeper batsman. That's why I'm calling him an all-rounder. You got Ambati Raidu, who's also retired from like international cricket. That's one thing. You have some exciting younger players. One which I'd like to watch out is Hangar Gekar. He was in the under 19. He's an all-rounder. No idea. So whether he does the thing. And then you have got Ravindra Jadeja, who's like in beastly form. I remember that 1 over, he hit 36 runs in the last IPL to Harshal Patel, I think, right? From RCB. And so, yeah, moving over to anyone who wants to pick up on CSK.
Yeah, I think they did a really good business in the auction. The only downside to their team is that they will have to find people who cover up for Dhoni's batting. But I think their batting order is pretty good. Gaikwad last season, I think he had the orange cap. Conway has done well in every format for New Zealand. He was one of their best batsmen during the T20 World Cup as well. So I would expect him to do well. To Moeen Ali again, great season for them last year. So I think they will do well. I'll be surprised if they finish outside the top 2 or 3 at the end of the league stage.
So I had a question for you guys. Like, how do you see their bowling, especially if Chahar is not playing, let's say, half the season? I mean, don't you think their pace bowling looks a little thin right now?
It is thin, but I think if they have to, then they might just play 2 overseas pace bowlers because they do have a good contingent of Indian batsmen, right? I think Gaikwad, Jadeja, Ambati Raidu, and if they get Dhoni to get some runs as well, and Uthappa who struck form at the end of last season, that's still a pretty decent batting lineup, even if they have to load up their bowling with overseas pacers.
Yep, I agree. I mean, this is one side that that might rely on overseas bowlers to take care of the bowling department. Again, one thing to notice, and we'll note that about many teams as we go through the squads, is number of pure batsmen the teams are betting on, right? So there are just 4 pure batsmen here. Number of people in the all-rounder category. It's something that a lot of teams keep betting on. So they have a lot of all-round strength and a lot of domestic all-round strength. One player I think who would never ever get a game is Mitchell Santner. Despite being a really good player, with Ravi Jadeja in the side, I think he would barely ever get a game. So during the auction, I was surprised why they even went after him. In terms of I think in terms of the squad composition, I think Conway and Moeen Ali should be their 2 overseas picks. I hear that Moeen Ali will not join at least for the first game, but as and when he's available, Conway and Moeen Ali should make up that side, and then they have to they have the choice of picking Adam Milne and Bravo most likely. But if Bravo is not available, then they would probably go for Jordan.
Yeah. So if we just try to make a rough 11. So I think it's an obvious thing that Ruturaj Gaikwad opens with Conway. We have 3 and 4 will be Uthappa and Ambati Raidu. At number 5,
Moeen Ali was at 3 for them last season.
Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali at 3, Ambati Raidu and Uthappa at 4 and 5, Ravindra Jadeja at 6, or maybe he bats up at 5, Dhoni at 7, and then we've already used 2 overseas batsmen. So overseas bowler, as you mentioned, like Bravo and say Adam Milne. You have like 2 overseas bowlers. You have local bowlers. You need 1 spinner. I think you have Shivam Dubey, who can come in. But he's not much of a bowler, a bit of a batting all-rounder. You have KM Asif, and you have, I think they have Tushar Deshpande as well. I think in like the
he's a quick, right?
Yeah. So Tushar Deshpande opens the bowling for Mumbai in Ranji Trophy. So he's one of them. They have like spin bowlers like Mahesh Theekshana. You have one more Indian local spinner is also something which I think is a problem. They have like a bowling all-rounder Bharatvaarta who's played some domestic cricket, but I think that is the worrying part, right? That who completes your overs. So because you have Yeah.
I think knowing Dhoni, he would actually like his team to bat really deep, and he would rely on picking a lot of all rounders. So he would want to have 6 or 7 bowling options,
Yes.
and pick a lot of all rounders and bat until 8 or 9 at least. That's, I mean, you could think that he might want to back Bharat Varma and Shivam Dubey to bowl some of those overs as well.
Yeah.